Morning, guys. Today, let's talk about limiting factors. I've been reading this book, How to Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and that's just like one of the things that I was reading about that I've kind of noticed in my life is sometimes you hold yourself back with these little self-conscious beliefs about yourself that you can't do something. Like, let's just say, for example, you're trying to lose weight, but like everybody in your family has always been overweight. So when you try and lose weight, you feel like this subconscious pressure to not lose weight, and that holds you back, right? Or let's say nobody in your family's gone to college, but you want to go to college, right? But like when you're going through college, it's hard to do it because like nobody in your family has done it, so you feel like you automatically either should not do it, or you feel some kind of guilt for doing it because nobody else in your family did it. Or maybe you're trying to start a business, right? But nobody excuse me, guys, nobody in your family has ever run a business before. Everybody's always worked for the man. So you feel kind of guilty for trying to like step out on your own and rise above the status quo, guys. It's this guilt that we have that holds us back from being something better. Like we don't want to stand out and get criticized for trying to make something of ourselves. We don't want to hear, oh, you're going to fail. We don't want to fail and then have people tell us, well, see, I knew you would fail. When we like grow up in an environment that has a set status quo, it's very difficult to break out of that status quo. I mean, like for me, it's like for a long time, I didn't want to, jump back into bodybuilding. I didn't even want to get like my body fat too low because I didn't want people to look at me and be like, oh, look at that guy. What's he doing? Ooh, man, what's he got going on? I didn't want that kind of attention from outsiders, like, my family. I just really wanted to like, lay low and keep my head down and not attract any attention because I was just, I don't know, scared. And that's how we get these limiting factors, guys, that keep us from living our best lives and really stepping out there and accomplishing big things that we don't believe that we can really do. It's that subconscious inner belief that we can't do something because nobody else has done it that we know, that who's close to us, like in our family, our circle of immediate friends. Nobody else has done this, so why should we be able to do it? It's that inner voice we really don't give a lot of notice to, telling us, hey, I don't believe in you, that we have to shut up. Okay? And that can be really hard to do, but I honestly believe that the first step in addressing issues is admitting that we have the issue in the first place. Like for me, I had to admit that was a problem, and I had to like really break out and just start, silencing that voice. I had to start doing things that would get me lean again. I had to start dieting hard. I had to quit having this guilt, right, for stepping out and doing something that I really love doing and bettering myself. Okay. And so like you have to do the same thing. If you're not happy being overweight, but yet everybody around you is overweight, and so you feel pressured not to lose weight, you have to admit to yourself that is an issue, okay? And then you can start silencing that voice of doubt. You can start really focusing on eating better, on going to the gym, and you can actually start to improve your life because you'll be addressing that limiting factor that has been holding you back for your whole life. I mean, I just don't really think that these get enough notice. You know, we don't ever really talk about like, oh, what's really holding us back. But guys, like deep down inside in our subconscious, we all have this secret underlying belief about ourselves that we can't do something great for whatever reason. I mean, a lot of it's just due from upbringing and environment, like I said, but we still have that inner voice inside of us, and we have to admit that it's there before we can really address it and move on with our lives and start accomplishing big things. All right, guys, that's my TED Talk for the day. Y'all have a wonderful Friday, and I'm so glad it's almost the weekend because my job has been brutal this week. Oh my gosh. I think after yesterday, I was already at like 42 hours and been climbing up ladders all day long, those big 24-foot things, and my legs are shot. So I'm ready to like sit on my butt for a little bit. All right. Y'all have a great weekend. Thanks.